Yo, what's happening everybody? Mr. Plop is here, and I finally got a new video for you guys. It's been like a 4-month break. I've been going through a lot of junk on my end, a lot of personal stuff that I'm not going to talk about because it's close to me and my family and that type of deal. It's not for the world. So, but anyway, I have finally got a video for you guys, and I hope you guys are excited because I know I am. Right now, my main game is Overwatch. I've been playing it since it came out. I wasn't really feeling the latest Call of Duty. It just wasn't for me. A lot of jump shots and just stuff like that. I couldn't get into it. So I went into Overwatch, and I'm loving Overwatch. It's my type of game. I wish it was a little bit more solo play, kind of like a Call of Duty, but it's still a lot of fun. And tomorrow we're getting a big thing. We're getting Orisa. She is a tank character, kind of like Reinhardt. She's an anchor tank, so she has some shields, she has some abilities that help her out so she doesn't die as much, so she could get more kills, etc. So, but she arrives tomorrow, so in this video, it's going to be a long video, because I want to do more of like a vlog type videos. I don't want just these 5-minute videos anymore, because they're a little too hard for me to do like every day. So I want to do big videos for you guys and completely break down the characters or, you know, whatever. I don't want to just talk about Overwatch. I know that's my main game right now, but I'm still into Call of Duty. I'm still into Walking Dead video game and TV show. I'm always up to talking about the TV show. Overwatch, obviously. Assassin's Creed. I mean, if you want to talk video games, just post in the comment a type of video game you would like to talk about, and I could do some research too if it's something that really, you know, interests me. But those are basically the games that I like to play, especially Call of Duty or Overwatch. You'll probably get the best conversation from me out of those two games. But tomorrow, Orisa comes, and I want to do a breakdown video of everything about her, from her stamps, her voice lines, her different skins, and just her abilities and overall. I'm going to break it all down into this video. Like I said, it's going to be like a 30-minute video, a 40-minute video, even an hour, I don't know. I'm just going to record it, give you all the info, one-stop location, and that's it. Like I said, I'm wanting to make different videos that are more like a vlog type style. So anyway, let's talk about her abilities and a little bit about her, and then we'll jump into the intros and the stamps and stuff. So anyway, right now she is 1 month old. She was created by Effie Oedeli, and she created this character, this hero, to help the city of Nubani, as you know, to help out the city from crime and, you know, all that type of deal. Like I said, this character is based on Nubani. It's a tank role. It has a health of 200 and armor of 200. So not bad so far. I got all this information from a website called overwatch.gamepedia.com/Orisa. So I don't know if it's 100% accurate, like this is what's coming out tomorrow as for all these stats. I only played her a very tiny bit on the PTR, lots of fun, but I don't want to call myself like I'm the main location to find, yeah, you know what I mean, like all the breakdowns to like the up to second stats. So hopefully this website is fully correct. The couple little things that I've noticed, it seems correct to me. So I hope it is by tomorrow's standards. So anyway, her first ability we're going to talk about is called Fusion Driver, and what that is it's Orisa's automatic projectile cannon. Delivers sustained damage, but slows her movement while she fires it. And basically what it is like a machine gun that she has. And while she's firing the machine gun, she could move at a slow pace. Then when she's not firing, she can move a lot quicker. But you're not really going to move too much with this character, in my opinion. And I'll explain why later, but just in my opinion, I don't think you're going to move too much to where you're going to have to worry about how fast and slow for say. I mean, if you have a ferret delivering a missile at you, you kind of want to move a little bit faster than not. But anyway, so For the fusion driver, it's a projectile. It does a damage of 12. It has a movement speed of 2.75 meters per second. It has a projectile speed of 66.66 meters per second, a rate of fire of 12 rounds per second, ammo of 150, a reload timer of 2.5 seconds, and it does have headshots, which is good because you want to take down your enemy, especially being a tank. You know, you want to last as long as you can, so it's good to have those headshots. And it says that it could sustain fire for 12.5 seconds before reloading. Okay, so that's her gun, and like I said, it's basically a machine gun that's on her hand, and you could just sit there and just unload a clip onto people. Her next ability is called Halt, and what that is launch a graviton charge, which can be detonated with the same action. The spear slows and pulls nearby enemies to it. What this kind of is, if you're into this game, it's like Zarya's ult, which is like a ball of, I don't know what you want to call it, but it's a ball, and it sucks your enemies to the ball. And with her ult, how it's a little bit different is her ult, the enemy can't move for a certain amount of seconds, so the team that you're on, they could just unleash hell onto the enemy while they're just stuck there. Where this is a little bit different is it sucks the people into the ball, but they're not stuck there. They just get pulled into it, and then they can walk their way. But it's a really good move to have because, one, you could suck people off the map. You could suck in one of the maps. There's like a well in the middle of the map. You could suck people down the well. It's also good for the ults also because you could suck the enemy into one location and use like a McCree ult or a Farah ult or, you know, something like that, and you could just take out the whole team. And, you know, because they're all bunched up together, you know, they're starting to spread apart once they get sucked together, but they're still together, so you could just take them all out at one shot. So I mean, it's a pretty powerful weapon. The details: when the orb collides with a surface, or when the ability is pressed again after a after a 0.6 delay, it quickly sucks the enemies within 7.5 meters, applies a brief slow, then dissipates. The projectile itself goes through barriers, but the pull effect will not affect anyone behind the barrier. I think what this is trying to say, but I'm not 100% sure. I think what this is trying to say is if you shoot the projectile and it breaks in front of like a Reinhardt shield or a Winston dome or even another Orisa shield. I'm not sure about Zarya, but this is what I'm thinking in my head. I'm thinking if it breaks in front of the shields, it won't suck you to the ball, to the shot. I think if the ball goes past the shields, then it will suck you to the certain location that it's gonna explode at. I think that's what that's trying to say, but I'm not sure. So I'm thinking like if you're behind the shield and the shot breaks before the shield, it won't suck you. But if it goes inside the behind the shield area, I think yes, you're gonna get pulled to wherever that location might be. So, and then the last thing is it looked like it's just a bug, but I'll just say it anyway. Halt will continue to pull enemies over unlimited distances. And in parentheses, this website put, this is likely a bug and will be fixed. So, I wouldn't worry too much about that. I don't know if... Okay, now... I thought maybe it might have an update somewhere, but it doesn't. So, that's Halt in a nutshell. It's, again, a very powerful weapon. You could definitely get some kills with that, especially shooting it off the edge or in that well. You could definitely take out a team. Her next weapon, now this caused a lot of controversy because, yeah, it's kind of OP in my opinion. But anyway, her next ability is called Fortified. And what it is Orisa temporarily reduces damage she takes and cannot be affected by action impairing effects. And it has a damage reduction of 50%, a duration of 4 seconds, and a cooldown of 10 seconds. And the details of it is the following abilities deal damage to a fortified Orisa, but do not apply stun, knockback, or slowdown. And that would be Ana's Sleep Dart, Diva, Self-Destruct or Boosters, Junkrat, Concussion Mine or Steel Trap, Lucio's Soundwave, May, Blaster and Blizzard, McCree Flashbang, Pharah Rocket Launcher, Reinhardt's Earth Shatter, Roadhog's Chain Hook and Whole Hog, Symmetra's Sentry Turret, Winston's Primal Rage, and Zarya's Graviton Surge. I mean, that's a big deal, because the Blizzard, the Earth Shatter, the Whole Hog, the Graviton Surge, the Primal Rage, all those are alts to those characters, and Self-Destruct. All those are alts. I mean, they're supposed to do a lot of damage, and if you have that on, you can't even basically hurt. I know it does some damage, but it doesn't really do the effect that it's supposed to do to this character. So that's kind of crazy. And the blaster that May has, I mean, that's her main weapon if you're up close. Now, she does have a little ice ball that you could shoot, and it does a lot of damage, especially at a longer distance. But it's a pretty big deal. I mean, even the flashbang from McCree, a lot of people, what they do is they throw the flashbang down, stun the character, and then they do their 6-shooter, and then, they get their kill because you use 2 different moves at the same time, and boom, there you go. Ana's Sleep Dart again. If you're Ana, you could shoot that Sleep Dart, help your team out, because then, like, let's say you shoot the tank, and the tank goes down, well, you get like 3 people jump, like, I don't know, a Reinhardt, and you could just take their tank out in 5 seconds. Or if she's trying to get away, you Sleep Dart someone, she could get away. Well, you can't get away from Orisa if she's fortified. She's just going to keep chasing after you and shooting you down. So, I mean, that's pretty big deal. And I personally think that they need to fix something like that. I mean, even the Sentry Turrets for Symmetra. Now, I have my own arguments for Symmetra, but her moves are her pistol, or whatever you want to call it, the laser, the Ghostbuster laser, or the Sentry Turrets. But if you take her Sentry Turrets away, she doesn't have any other. She just has the one weapon basically. So, I mean, I don't know. They're gonna have to do some balancing with this move. I don't know the answers. I don't work in the video game industry, so leave that for the professionals. But I don't know. It just seems very overpowered that you really can't do much to her if she has this on. The following abilities have no effect at all, and that's if you're facing Orisa. If the enemy team has an Orisa and they have Halt on, which we learned earlier is that Graviton Ball. So you can't use that Graviton Ball to suck her to a different area, or shoot her off the ledge or into well. For Pharah's concussive blast, which is what a lot of people like to use to shoot people off of ledges and stuff, or spread people apart. You can't do that with Pharah. I mean, the main thing is Reinhardt's charge. I mean, that's just crazy to me that you cannot charge an Orisa. I mean, that I don't even have words. I mean, that's a pretty big deal, because he gets pretty good kills when you do that charge. And then you have, if a Reinhardt charges a fortified Orisa, the Reinhardt will actually be stunned and take 170 damage. I mean, that's pretty crazy. One, I don't think when she has this move on. So you might charge her not knowing that she has fortified on, and then you actually get stunned. I mean, that's just crazy to me, because you're going to charge her, you're going to get stunned, the enemy team is going to jump you, especially if you're using a Reinhardt on attack, let's say. they're all going to jump you and just take you out in 5 seconds because you're stunned. I mean, I don't know how that's fair, but I guess they'll figure it out. Then it says Orisa can still be hacked by Sombra while using Fortified, but this will not interrupt the ability, which that I'm okay with. For say, I mean, I do have a little bit of arguments about that because, like, Bastion could be hacked where he's not in turret mode, you know, and there's other characters where they get hacked and they can't use certain abilities or whatever. Excuse me. So, I mean, it would have been nice maybe if this could be a counter to that, because you can use Sombra for countering. You know, that's her main focus, is to sneak behind enemy lines, get that hack in, and disappear. So if they would have had this on where she could get behind enemy lines and hack that Fortify and get the hell out of there, and then have Reinhardt do his charge on Orisa or whatever the case is, you know, boom, there you go. At least we would have had a counter to it. The cooldown begins after the effect expires, which, okay, that's like most things. And Orisa will not act as an obstacle for purposes of blocking allies from, example, Reinhardt's ultimate. Now, I think what this is saying, because his ultimate is the Earth Shatter. So I think this is what he's saying, is he'll slam his hammer down. She won't get stunned to the ground. But I think if there are teammates behind her, I think they will get knocked down to the ground and get hurt by Reinhardt's ult. But what a lot of people like to do, which this is really going to stop that, is people like to do the Reinhardt Earth Shatter, and then they like to do the flame ball from Reinhardt's hammer, and then do a charge, and they could get like 2 or 3 kills that way. Well, now he's going to knock him to the ground. He could do the flame ball still and hurt Orisa and the teammates, but when he does the charge, if he hits Orisa and not the people behind her, he's going to fall to the ground. It meant nothing, because his hammer doesn't really kill people. It stuns them so he could do more damage to them. But now he won't be able to get that kill because he's going to run to Orisa. So that's kind of crazy to me. But whichever, that's how it is, and that's what we got to learn to counter, and that's what we got to learn to get better with the game. So her next ability is Protective Barrier, and what this is Orisa throws out a stationary barrier that can protect her and her allies from enemy fire. And it's a projectile. It has a health of 900, a duration of 20 seconds, and a cooldown of 12 seconds. And it says the device cannot deflect by Genji, and nor destroyed by D.Va's defense matrix. The barrier itself is shaped like a football net, or soccer net if you're in America. And it says Orisa can see the barrier's health on her HUD, so you could tell when the barrier is going to be taken down. But it's basically like what it said. It's in the shape of a soccer or football net. It doesn't enclose you. It's not like Winston's barrier. This is more, it has a little arc to the sides and to the top, but it's not full blown. Like, you have a Pharaoh fly behind it and shoot you in the back, and you'll get hurt, and there's nothing protecting the backside of you. So it's like a Reinhardt shield up front, but it has some curving to it. So it's just like a soccer net, basically. And this I'm okay with. You know, you want to keep her alive. But this is where I was going before, where I said you're not going to be moving a whole lot while shooting, because you're going to be behind this barrier. And the barrier is not like the biggest area. It's a kind of a small area that you're behind. So, you know, you're going to be shooting, and you're just going to move small distances to the side. So it doesn't really matter, you know. I mean, the only way that the speed will really help you is if you're, one, trying to get away from something. Like I said, like a Pharaoh missile coming at your face. Yeah, you want to get out of the way. But if you're just, you know, on offense or defense, whatever, and you're just holding a button down and getting some shots off, you're not going to be trying to move that much anyway, because you want to stay behind your shield or you'll die, basically. So, anyway, that move, and for her ultimate ability is called Supercharger. It has a health of 200, it has a damage of plus 50%, it has an area effect of 25-meter radius, it has a casting time of 1 second, a duration of 15 seconds, and the charge required is 1,725 points. And what this is Orisa deploys a device to increase damage inflicted by allies within her line of sight. So what this is she has a drum that's on her back. You get your ult, you put the drum down, and people within that AoE will get a boost damage of 50%. It's kind of like Mercy. Mercy has two things to her. She has her healing wand, or whatever you want to call it. She has her healing, and she has her damage increase, and she could switch through the two. But the difference is with her, you can only do one hero at a time. Where this one, you could do the whole team as long as they're within the AoE. Get a lot of kills, especially if you do like let's say you put this down and you shoot a Zarya ult, and now they're all stuck in one location, and your whole team is within that AoE. Man, they're getting all 50%. The team can't move. They're goners. They're just done, son. So, that's a pretty good ult to have. Some of the details on it is the device can be destroyed by enemies to end its duration early. So you kind of want to be smart when placing this. You might not want to just put it obviously in the middle of chaos, because it's going to be taken down really quick and it's not going to help you at all. The device can be hacked by Sombra, which stops it from boosting anyone. Which that I didn't know. That is pretty cool. It's a good way to counter it, which I like that. I think that's a pretty neat little thing. The damage boost effect will stack with Ana's nano boost, but not Mercy's damage boost. So Ana has an ult. It's called Nano Boost, and that gives you extra health and extra damage. So what I don't know the percentage of the damage, but what that's saying is you could add, I don't know, let's just say her Nano Boost is 25% damage increase. I don't know what it is. And then you have this one that's 50%. You're going to get a damage increase of 75% for using this ult on top of Ana's Nano Boost. But it will not work with Mercy's. So, like I was saying earlier, Mercy has two moves, a healing move and a damage boost move. Well, you can't just sit there on an Orisa with damage boost with her ult up, because you're not going to give her the extra percentage of whatever that might be. I don't know if that means if Orisa cannot get the damage boost at all. I think you can from Mercy, as long as you don't have the ult down. Mercy's damage boost is not 50%. I don't know what it is offhand. I know it's a lot lower than that. But I'm guessing that Orisa could probably get Mercy's without the ult down. And then once you put the ult down, it's 50% and that's it. Like, you could sit there with Mercy and shoot it with the damage boost and get nothing from it. You might as well just focus on healing the team and Orisa instead of damage boost. And then it says, hostile barriers also break line of sight. I'm not sure. Oh, I know what that means. So if you put this supercharger down and there's a Reinhardt walking towards it and you're behind the Reinhardt for some reason, I'm just kind of guessing. I think it's saying that the beam cannot shoot through the Reinhardt shield. So you want to make sure that you're right around it and not having the enemy block that beam to stop you from getting your boost. Or, if a Winston jumps in there and drops his dome barrier, that means nobody's going to be getting it unless you're inside of his little dome. But if you're outside the dome, you're not getting any boost. So, I mean, that's another good counter to that, besides shooting it down. Um, so that's basically all the moves for Orisa. She has, like every other hero, they have 2 achievement stamps. One is called Cute, and the other one's called Pixel. And they have different titles for those, depending on the hero. Well, this one, the achievement for the Cute one, it's called Overclocked. And you get Amplify 900 damage with a single use of Orisa's Supercharger in quick or competitive play. Now, I don't know if that's easy or hard. I'm guessing it could be kind of easy if you all work together and, you know, do a Zarya ult and, you know, like I was saying earlier, and the whole team works together and they all stand by that drum and just take down the enemy team. Yeah, I think you can get that pretty good, but I'm not too sure. And the second one for Pixel is called Halt State. Pull enemies into 1000 damage with a single use of Orisa's Halt in quick or competitive play. Now, I don't think this one's going to be as hard to use or to achieve, because I'm guessing if you could shoot like pretty much the whole team or most of the team off a ledge or in the well or whatever, I think that's one way that you could probably achieve this. I don't know if you get the 1000 damage or not, but I'm guessing you might be able to. So that is basically Orisa, all her abilities and her achievements. So let's go to Orisa and let's go check out her skins, her emotes, her victory pose, and that type of deal. So as for her skins, this is the classic skin. It's green and yellows and browns, you know, some orange up in there. You have Dawn, which is cyan and purples, some whites. Pretty cool coloring. I actually kind of dig this one. You have Plains, which is a lot of like greens and yellows and like brownish green type colors. And again, another one I could see myself using. Sunrise, like some pinks and some orange and yellows. Very, very girly. I mean, it is supposedly a girl robot, so I don't know if I would use it much, but I mean, it's still pretty cool coloring. I actually, you know, still think it's pretty neat. You got Twilight, bright pinks, some purples, some violets. I actually don't mind the color purple, so I could see myself using this a pretty good amount. I actually don't mind it at all. I know it's very feminine, but you know, I still think it's pretty badass looking, actually. But, yeah, so that's that one. We got Camouflage. This is the purple camos for the 250 price range. And this one is actually really neat. Obviously, he has the army camouflage type coloring with the greens and the browns. And you have the rhino on his stash thing. You have the nice diamonds on Orisa's horns, and you have more on like the gun itself. And yeah, I mean, this one's pretty cool. And then this one I would use a lot. Now they just in the PTR, I don't know about the original game offhand, because I just noticed it while I was making this video or getting things under control. They added these little bios, and I would use this a lot because of the history of Orisa, and this is why. Originally built to protect Numbani, the OR-15 defense bots were destroyed and decommissioned after a battle with Doomfist. A young Effie O'Delly would purchase the parts of the bots to build Orisa. I'm a person that I like the history of things, so like let's say for Overwatch, I use all the Origin Edition skins on Reaper, on Soldier 76, on Ana. I forget who else has. I think there's one I'm missing, but I like to use those type of skins. So I think I might be using this one a lot, actually, because it was the original bot before it was decommissioned, and then Effie made a better version called Orisa. So, but you could see this bot in the photo that was released for the promo of the Nubani airport, where Doomfist punched one of these through a wall. And it's also on the map, Nubani. If you get on the side of the airport at the waiting area, you could actually see all the robots broken in there. So I could picture myself using that. Dynastina or whatever, I don't know how to say that. But anyway, you got nice bright blues, nice copper coloring on the chest and on the gun. Yeah, it's pretty neat. It kind of has like a sea creature effect to me. I don't know about you guys, but I think it looks cool. I don't know if I would use it much, but I still think it's pretty cool. And I don't blame people if they want to use it. Then you got Mega Soma. Now this I could picture myself using more, with the browns and the dark purples, kind of a flat, like dirty looking effect on her. Dusty effect or faded effect. I like it. I think it's pretty neat. Then you have, I think a lot of people are going to use the carbon fiber, where you have the bright neon green with the carbon fiber skin. You can see in there the little diamonds of the carbon fiber, and I mean, it's pretty cool. I can't lie on that. I don't know if I would use it a lot, because I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. But I think a lot of people will really love using that skin. And then for me, I would use the alternate version called Protector. I actually like this one way more. Maybe because it's brighter. Not sure. But you know, you got your whites, you got your bright greens again. You got some blue up in there. You got, looks like HQ up top. So it kind of has like a spaceshipy type effect. I dig it. I like it a lot. I still think I'd rather use the OR-15, the Mega Soma, the camouflaged, or probably Twilight. I actually like, or Dawn. Like, those are the ones I like a lot. But I mean, they're all pretty cool. I think these skins are actually pretty good. As for the emotes, you have that's her heroic. Let's see if she'll do it again. Then you have cheer. Then you have halt. And then you have kicking dirt. I could picture myself using halt a lot, or kicking dirt, but I actually like halt. I think that's pretty cool. So I could picture myself using that one. You got 3 victory poses, or 4 actually. You have the heroic, you have the confident, you have flex, and then you have halt, which I am going to use halt for, especially for the victory pose. The other one I might switch off to maybe kicking dirt, but we'll see. I do like the halt one though for the victory pose. And then you got 10 voice lines. You got
I'm simply following my programming.
Following my programming. See, current outlook.
Current outlook optimal.
Let me go back to following programming in case you guys missed it since I was explaining it.
I'm simply following my programming.
Okay, and now you got, do you need a hug?
Do you need a hug? Current, do you need a hug?
Effie will not be happy.
Effie will not be happy about this.
Oh, Effie. Sorry, I was saying Effie. Error, sarcasm, module.
Error 404. Sarcasm module not found.
I can't do that.
I'm sorry, but I can't do that.
Medical assistance.
Medical assistance has been requested.
My analysis.
Would you like my analysis of the situation?
No parking.
No parking.
Shine in your eyes, or shine your eyes.
Shine your eyes.
And that does not compute.
That does not compute.
So those are the voice lines. You have a bunch of sprays. And let me get down to them. You have Happy Orisa. You have Angry Orisa, Amused, Carving, which actually I like a lot, City of Harmony, which kind of looks like the Lion King, Cleaning, you have Companions, you have Construction, Crossing Guard, Cute, Drumming, Guardian, Heroes, Icon. I think I'll use Heroes a lot. I don't know why. It gives me like that Star Wars Episode 4 effect where I believe that's when he's shooting a lightsaber in the air, holding a lightsaber in the air, or like a He-Man type effect. Just Dessert. The ice cream is of Orisa. And then you have Kick. You have the Pixel. Pixel is one of the achievements, so that's one of the achievements, and this was the other achievement, the cute one. I actually like the cute one a lot, but I guess a lot of people probably do. You have Protector, you have Shield, Stop, Supercharged, Swing, which I could see myself using that a lot, Tracks, Unmoving, and Xing. So those are all the stamps for Orisa. And then you got highlight intros. That's the heroic. Keeping you safe. O. And Supercharger. Now I could picture myself using Supercharger or O. I think I'll probably go with Supercharger first, because a lot of people are going to have O. And then here's the weapon. It's pretty cool coloring again. Nice bright green, some gold on there, some brown or tannish type coloring. Really cool. I actually like it a lot. But the golden weapon is sick in my opinion. I like it with all the gold around it, and I think it's pretty badass looking. I'm about to get my first gold weapon. I know I'm a loser. I haven't got one yet. Been stuck in bronze hell for the last couple of seasons, and this season's just destroying me. I can't even get close to silver because I keep losing. Long story. But anyway, either this season or next season, I'm hoping to get my first gold weapon. And I don't know if I'm going to use it on Orisa or on Mercy, because on Mercy a lot of the times, probably 90% of the time in comp, or actually quick play sometimes too. So I don't know. I might do Mercy. I'm not sure, but I do love this gold weapon right here. So it's going to be a toss-up. I'll have to see when Orisa goes live. And that's Orisa. I mean, I hope you guys are ready. Like I said, I want to do longer videos, kind of like a vlog type videos for you guys, because it's harder for me to make videos with my personal life. So I want to put better videos out with information, stuff we could talk about, not just gameplay. I mean, I might do some live streaming here and there on YouTube or Twitch, but I'm hoping to put out more like a vlog type videos. And I'm not a pro player, so it's not the easiest for me to get gameplay videos to begin with. So I think this will make life a little bit easier for me, where I could get stuff pumped out for you guys, so I don't take a 4-month break for just getting burnt out just for not enjoying the video games as, you know, themselves. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Again, if there's other games, I'm probably going to talk about Overwatch a bunch. Like I said, that's my main game right now. I haven't played any other game. I played a little bit of Warcraft not too long ago, but I never really got into Warcraft. But Overwatch is my main game right now. But I could talk about Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed, Walking Dead, you know, Overwatch, whatever you guys would like. Put it down in the comments. I'll talk with you guys. I'll try to put out different vlogs of different games. Like I said, probably the first bunch are going to be about Overwatch, just because it's something I enjoy. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this new format. Let me know what you think, and I hope you guys are ready for tomorrow. guess I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.